Okay, here we are. It is not the Tojo. It is the ToSa. This will be our episode 10 this week. Welcome, everyone. I hope you've had a great week. Let's start off with Sarah telling us what happened this week. Go.
So on Monday, as you guys know, we've had the Build Your Perfect Week with Jolene. We start off with something motivational, something that hopefully inspires you to act on those money-generating activities and plan them out. Following that, we had a Law and Order because the Build Your Perfect Week went so well. We followed that up with money-generating activities. We were able to have Scott Steele sit in for some of that to reinforce how YouTube has been a success for him with the start of his team, the Steele Group, which we've been seeing a lot of business piping in from all of them, which has been really cool to watch. Tuesday mainly had a lender-only Call Your Sphere. Come on, guys.
Come on.
Don't leave them alone. And then on Wednesday, Matt Johnson taught a class called There's an Addendum for That, which actually ended up going over an hour longer than what it was supposed to be because people kept asking really phenomenal questions. The biggest thing that we just want to emphasize to you guys, there are so many addendums that UAR provides through the MLS that you should hardly ever be writing a blank one.
Right.
There really isn't a big need for that because there's an addendum for that.
And one of the things I'll just add on that is that you can simply just in the search bar on the Sky Slope forums is just search what, if it's a, due diligence or, flexible or something like that. Start with that. Try a couple of different keywords. Chances are you'll find that addendum.
Yeah, and if you can't, again, Matt Johnson is a resource who knows a ton. Jolene knows a lot of addendums, and I have a feeling Tony knows a good amount too.
I know one too.
You know a couple, just a few.
I know.
And then we had happy hour on Thursday. It was a smaller group of us. Scott Steele does not drink, but he got a little virgin
he did.
Juice mix. And then today we had the Mastermind Coffee and Conversations led by Tony, which opened a lot of great conversations.
Yeah, we had
today.
some good conversations this morning. It's good.
What was one of your biggest takeaways from today's Mastermind, Tony?
I thought it was just really good when we were talking about, we all want to overcomplicate things. We were talking about staying motivated, right? And, and it's so easy to get overwhelmed trying to figure out, what should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do 15 things? Should I do 2 things? Mm-hmm. And really it's just about start. Like pick 2 or 3 things and focus on that and do it consistently.
Right.
And it's really that simple, but you got to start, that's really where we are.
Yeah, because we had, again, I guess we're highlighting Scott Steele a lot. He's been very active in the office recently. His thing was there's 2 things to be successful in real estate. It's start and don't quit.
Yeah.
And that was simply what he put and how he's built his success as well in our office.
Yeah, I'll say I've referred to his example a lot because he's been doing YouTube videos now for over 2 years, he said this morning. And the first 15 months, he had nothing. And now his pipeline is building very quickly.
It is.
And it's cool. It's cool to watch. So good job, Scott.
All right. What's going on next week?
Okay, so next week, Monday, Sarah will be leading the Build Your Perfect Week because Jolene is checking off some bucket list items this week. It's
in Nashville. Awesome.
Yeah.
She got to go to the Grand Ole Opry and see the Country Music Choice Awards.
Nice.
So she's had a lot of fun. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, and then Tuesday, we're going to have, for our sales meeting, we're going to have planning for success in 2025. And I am going to actually be leading that that conversation with a planning document to help you kick off 2025 strong. If you look at it, we are basically 90 days to 2025. Let that sink in for a minute.
It's a little scary.
Anyway, it's a tool that I've used before. I've actually taught on this before. This is a great way to get started on your business now for 2025 and really kick it off with a bang. And again, it's not rocket science. It's just a matter of getting started, setting some goals, setting some plans to meet those goals. I find it very helpful.
Yeah.
So I hope you all can make it. Show up Tuesday.
Exactly. And
10:30.
10:30, and hopefully we get to see some of our new agents that we recently onboarded as well there.
Also Thursday, October 3rd, 4 to 5, we will have happy hour. And I learned 30 minutes ago that this drink is going to be the apple cider Moscow Mule. You can have copper cups, or are we doing solo?
I think we'll do the bucket glasses that we have.
We're going to use what we got.
We won't be so not classy with the red solo cups. I know that's a Jason Roskelly favorite.
Of course it is. Okay, and then Friday, again, Mastermind Coffee and Conversations led by Jolene. These have been great conversations.
Yes.
On Friday mornings, just to sit down. It's typically been some kind of topical video that's 10, 15 minutes maybe, and then a conversation based on that afterwards. And I find it really good.
Yeah, and we've also been following up on what you're doing with your business activities. E Ste is currently planning a really phenomenal client workshop that she'll be hosting in the office, and that idea came from a mastermind. And we were able to connect her with the right people, like a financial advisor, and then obviously one of the amazing lenders that comes in on a regular basis. So masterminds also give you great ideas for your business and how to support your clients, because we're in the business of helping and assisting, not in the business of sales.
That's right.
It's where and how can we help.
Okay, and then dun dun dun, housekeeping with Sarah. Sarah is becoming bad cop today, so listen up.
Okay.
She has some things.
I don't like entirely being bad cop, but I guess the biggest thing, we will be switching transaction management platforms. We're going to be switching over to DocuSign. So if you have noticed that your account was disabled recently, it's mainly because you're not one of our primary, super active individuals.
Or you just may not have a deal in play right now.
Yeah, you might not have a deal in play right now. So that is why you unfortunately were on the chopping block for that, because we literally had less than 24 hours to do that in terms of our notification. So it's not, we appreciate you and we care about you. It was not intentional by any means.
We'll spare you the drama.
Yeah, we will. So the biggest thing, just keep in mind, we will be switching over to DocuSign, and we should be rolling that out next week. Any transactions that you do have getting started, store them in SkySlope forms for the time being through the MLS, since that is provided for you, and DigiSign is still available there. But just keep in mind, you're going to see some trainings coming up on DocuSign, and you should be getting some new account login information. And then I just want to touch on again, I want to reinforce how closings work. I just want to let you guys know, for me to be able to submit everything to our accounting people in Vegas, it's a 3:30 deadline. So if I don't get everything in order before then, ideally 3:15, your closing gets pushed off to the next day.
Or after the weekend, if it's a Friday.
Yeah, if it's a Friday, it gets pushed off even more. So make sure when you close, the day of closing, that you have everything in your SkySlope. Well, it won't be your transaction management system.
Right.
Because we'll be going to DocuSign. Make sure you have everything in there way prior to 3:30. And that's about it.
Okay, well, I'm going to jump on a little bit more on the closings. Lately we've seen a trend where, documents for your transactions are either not even being put into the system until you're practically closed. And then there's missing parts, and, we are required to audit these files to make sure that everything is there before it is closed out and you ultimately get paid. So, I just want to give you a heads up that if we start to see repeat offenders, that you're not doing this, because what it's doing is it's taking the efficiency out of our system when we have to chase you down for missing documents and things like that. So, if we have a repeat offender, if you start to do that, then what we are going to be forced to do is assign a transaction coordinator to you to ensure that these things are done timely and properly. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to call me. I'll be happy to have that conversation. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
to come on to that, the biggest thing, you guys know that you pay for errors and omissions insurance. If we had incomplete files, that doesn't cover it. So if for some reason you get into a litigation situation, you're on your own. Whereas you are paying a monthly fee in order to make sure that you don't have to do that through the brokerage. So make sure that those files are fully complete.
Yep. And with that, that's all we have. I hope you all have a great weekend. I hope you can be with us next week when we're doing some of these training activities. I think it'll be really good, and it's a great way to get started now, shooting for 2025. So, ToSa out.